Hi everyone, and welcome to this special time when we're crafting together Monday morning instead of Monday evening. Next week we'll be back to Monday evening, but tonight we are celebrating my husband's 70th birthday, so I didn't think he would like me to put stamping with you above him. So we're going to stamp together now, and some of you I know will be catching the replay. That's just fine. As long as we can all be creative and enjoy our time together. So I've got lots to share with you today, so let's go right down to my desk and get started. And while I'm doing that, you can maybe share one of the things that you enjoy doing this weekend, or one of the things you like to do for your birthday. For my husband, other than getting together with family, what he really likes to do is to go to a bookstore and then the cake. It's his favorite thing to do. He's like a kid in a candy store when he gets in a bookstore. So that's what we'll be doing tonight. So good morning, everybody. And I'm just going to make sure I'm live on my computer, and we'll get that going. And I have no idea what's going on here. We will just click the refresh button. I've learned that at least. And I have been passing on your happy birthday wishes to him, and he's pretty impressed that you would wish him happy birthday. So thank you very much, everybody. He appreciates that. All right. First off, because otherwise I tend to forget, this is the card we made last week, and we used some vellum on here, and I'm actually going to use vellum again today. I'm doing a little vellum theme actually with my downline, so I thought I'd share some of it with you as well. So the person who received this card is Gail Bueller. So Gail, if you let me know your mailing address, actually I think I have it, but we will double check on that. And that will go in the mail to you. So how did Gail get that? By leaving a comment. And then everyone who leaves a comment, whether it's on YouTube or Facebook, your name goes in a draw for the project that I make. So some very important things to take note of. Free shipping tomorrow. So what does that mean? It means that if you have an order of $100 or more, you get free shipping. So that's actually a huge savings. So I would check that out. There are all kinds of things that you can do to stock your supplies, but there are also some great gift giving ideas too, and I'm going to share them a little bit more. So that is tomorrow only. So it starts at 1 minute past midnight tonight, and it goes until 1 minute before midnight tomorrow night. So if you want to double check where it is, you can order online and it'll get delivered right to your door. So there is my website right there. Here is my current house code as well. So if you're ordering online and your order is less than $200, if you don't mind entering that helps things out. If your order is $200 or more, you get stamping rewards. So don't bother using that. So some of you say, well, I would prefer to enter or to order through you, Lillian. You can definitely do that, but please have your order to me by noon tomorrow. I am busy tomorrow night, so I need to place the order tomorrow afternoon. But if there's something that you want to take advantage of, let me know and we can make that happen. And one more thing, Stampin' Up! Tomorrow, there's a whole bunch of stuff starting tomorrow, October 4th. There's a big deal on the starter kit. Now, the starter kit is always the best deal in the book. It is completely obligation free. You're welcome to get it just for the deal, or, pardon me, or you can get it and get a discount on your future shopping, or you can get it and run it as a little business or share it with friends. And once again, that starts tomorrow. But what's the big deal? Well, usually you get $165 worth of product for $135. No shipping and handling, no GST. You get to choose what you want. Starting tomorrow and only during October, you get $206 worth of product for $135. No shipping and handling, no GST. So that is amazing. Plus you get some catalogs, you get a free paper pumpkin kit, you get some other little things added in. But you definitely want to check that out if you have a large order coming up, or if you like to order and for friends and that kind of thing. That might be something for you. So you can either go there and click on join tomorrow, or you can contact me and we can talk about it. So we're going to get to what we're making, and then I have more things to share afterwards. So I was wanting to make some card swaps. So swaps are what we do. We make a bunch of cards and share them with other people. And I wanted to make this card, and I wanted to use this paper right here. But I only had this much left, and I needed to make 6 cards. So my solution, I wanted to share that with you, because in that paper is from, where did it go here? Is from oh, I've got it somewhere else. It's from the Rustic Harvest. So on one side you have these great designs, but on the other side it's black and white. And you can see I've used a lot. This is what I have left. Isn't that pretty amazing? So I thought, well, this would work, but it's black and white. And yes, I love black and white, but I wanted to change that. So this is what I did. And I thought I would share it with you because there's lots of black and white designer paper in our catalogs. And we're always saying, just color your black and white. But how can you do that? Well, you could bring in your markers or your blends and color them individually, but I was in a hurry. So what I'm doing is I'm going to bring in my blending brushes and my ink, and I'm going to bring in crushed curry. So I'm taking the same colors that were in the Rustic Harvest. So crushed curry, Cajun craze. Let's see here, so I don't get my brushes mixed up. Mary Merlot and garden green. Just like that. Now what I do is I designate my blending brushes for a color. So all my greens get used with this blending brush. And if they get too saturated, remember you can rinse them under the tap and let them air dry. So all of my reds get used with this one. All of my brown or brownish ones get used with this one, and so on. That's how it works. So I do like to start with my lightest, but again, that doesn't really matter. So I'm going to take my Cajun craze, and I'm going to pick a couple of leaves and just smear Cajun craze over it like that. Then I'm going with, not Cajun, that is crushed curry, pardon me. Now I'm bringing in Cajun craze, and I'll do this one here, and maybe this one here. And you can see how the ink is hitting the white, but you really don't notice it on the black. Do you notice that? And then let's bring in some Mary Merlot. And I know it doesn't look like Mary Merlot there, but it is. It's just been faded or something. And I'll bring in a bit of garden green here. And the leaves don't have to be totally one color. I'm going to come back with the Cajun craze, because I find yellow just brightens things up, and I'll just hit any spots that I've missed. And just like that, I now have some paper that I could use. So let me just close up these ink pads. I'm going to use Cajun craze in a minute. I'll leave it open. So of these colors, Cajun craze, Mary Merlot, crushed curry, that's a Mossy Meadow. I meant to get garden green. But anyway, which color do you use the least? Do you forget about? So Mossy Meadow, Cajun craze, Mary Merlot, or crushed curry? Which is the one that you might just forget about a little bit? And let's move that out of the way. And this is what it looks like. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? I love how that turns out. So let's make the card that we were going to make. So here is the card that I was sort of inspired by, that I wanted to recreate, but let's make it. And we are going to bring in my pieces here, and I'm leaving my scrap paper here because I'm going to be using it again a little bit. So we've got this, we've got our basic black card base. Remember, all these measurements will be in Thursday's newsletter, so make sure you've signed up for my newsletters. I'll put the link in the description right after I'm finished this video. Then I've got some crushed curry, not crushed curry. I am having trouble with my colors today. This is Cajun Craze, and it's just 1/4 of an inch smaller, so it's 4 by 5 1/4. And we're going to stamp a background on this. Now, here are our choices. Here is a background that is kind of light, and I used Versamark ink on that, so it just leaves that watermark look. So it almost is a tone on tone. It's just soft. And then on this side, I used Cajun Craze. So I think I'm going to use Cajun Craze today, but I wanted to share how you could have a more muted look just by using your Versamark ink. It doesn't always have to be embossed. You can do it just like that. So I'm going to bring in my stamp set. And I'm using the soft seedlings once again, just because it's just perfect for this, and it's what I needed for this set. And I'm going to randomly stamp, and I'm not even stamping off. I'm just going to fill in the corners. Remember, I'm sort of making my own background paper, just like that. It fills it in pretty good. Now, I could spatter it if I wanted. But then I got to thinking, well, I wouldn't mind, since this is going to be a fallish type of card, sponging the edges and make them smaller. So I'm bringing my blending brush back in, starting off the paper, and just adding a depth of color to the edges. I'm sort of concentrating on the corners and then coming in, and you can make it as dark or as light as you want, or you can skip this step altogether. It just adds, for me, a little bit of depth, I guess is the word. Just like that, and I can keep going. And some of you, this is what you love to do. And some of you say, I forgot about doing that. Or some of you are saying, this is news to me. Regardless, it's just another technique. Today's card has a lot of different techniques. So you can see how it just adds that. So we can close this now. And we're going to bring our stamping, we can get rid of this too, I think. Our Stamp and Cut and Emboss machine. And we're going to bring in our Leaf Fall 3D embossing folder. Remember, this is the one that has the leaves just, oh, sorry, it's way too close. The leaves just going diagonally. So we'll put it in and just choose a spot. Doesn't really matter. It's just to add a little bit more texture like that. And because it's 3D, I'm going to use plate 4 and just the regular platform 1. So we'll put it through, whoops, and try not to hit the camera again. There we go. Get this out of the way so we can see a little better. When you open it up, it looks just like that. And now we've made a really interesting piece of paper. It's all quite subtle, but it's just going to add interest to our card. And get rid of that too. There we go. So now it's time to build our card. So this is 5 1/4. So I need to cut a 5 1/4 piece of this gorgeous paper here. Not 5 1/4 by, and I did know the measurement. I think it's 2 inches. 5 1/4 by 2 inches. All right. So there we go. 2 inches and 5 1/4. It's already there. There we go. So we've got this piece right here, and we're going to fasten this on right now. So you can use whatever adhesive you like. Woo! This is a brand new liquid, and I've had it on its point, and it's nice and juicy. I like to use my grid paper, or in this case, my grid mat. Usually I work with grid paper because then I can, all my messes on it, helps me line things up. So I'm kind of using that as part of my eyeball. So look at that. This was our goal, and we've already got those colors happening there. So now we're going to bring in some vellum. So one of the things I am doing with my downline, I said, was sort of featuring different things you can do with vellum. And one of the things, of course, that that vellum you have to be careful of is how you attach it. So this is one of the techniques for attaching it, is cutting your vellum a little bit longer. And I'm wanting it to go along here. So I'm just going to bring in, now this is from the Simply Scored. I could also use my bone folder, and I'm going to get my vellum in place. Now you could just fold it over, but whoops, I forgot to do something. Just hang on. I am going to bring in my seal, and I'm going to run some here and here, and bring in my silicone mat. There we go. And why do I have it on here? It just has a little bit of a cushion, and therefore when I score, it's going to go down a little bit better. There we go. So all I'm going to do is use the edge of the card as my scoring edge and just score. I find vellum actually folds better when it's scored. You don't have to make it an exact science. Just like that, and then fold it over, and you've got a nice crease. No one's seeing that glue because you've stuck it to the adhesive on the back, just like that. So that's how it looks on the back. So there is one way of attaching vellum, and the vellum again makes this just look a little bit softer. Now if we bring in some glitter washi tape, I'm loving this glitter washi tape. It comes in 4 colors. Here, let me get them out and show you. These 4 colors, can you imagine this on a flower card or something, or this would be very elegant on a wedding card. We're going to use this because it fits with our color scheme here. And for those of you who aren't familiar with washi tape, it's a sticky tape, and it tears. It's fun to work with, and this one happens to be glitter. So I am going to dress up this card very quickly just by adding this bit of glitter down here. Now if I want to show you something. If I got it in the wrong spot, if I'm gentle, I can remove the washi tape too. So that's another joy of washi tape. So let's do that. And I'm not going to tear because I want a nice smooth edge. So I'm going to snip that. And there we go. Now we can fasten this to our card front, and it's a bit sticky back here, so be nice to get that taken care of. So we'll put some adhesive here. Bring our card front in. and we're well on our way. We can move this out of the way. Now what we want to do is to do a little bit of stamping. So we're going to, oops, I got glue on my finger. We're going to bring this in, and I'm just using the Thinking of You from the Soft Seedling set. There's wonderful words and fonts in here. And again, we're going to use Cajun Craze. And I'm going to keep it over a bit because I want to put some of that linen thread there. Now you could always make this shorter or narrower or change the dimensions any way you wanted, but I'm going with that one. And I thought, well, you know, with everything else going on here, I wanted it to have a little bit of speckle. You know how I'm enjoying my speckles. So I'm going to put this on my scrap paper again and get everything else out of the way. Now you can make speckles with your markers. I'm going to use my Cajun Craze blends. You could use a paintbrush and just pick up a bit of ink and spatter it. There we go. We've got a few speckles on there like that. And now we'll bring in our linen thread. And I want it to be around there twice, so cut it like that. Again, bring in my seal. And I'm just so that I can catch the thread on the back. And why I like to do that is I can rearrange it then if I don't like it, because the seal is just holding it, but it's easy to pick it up and move it, rearrange. I think I'm okay with that. So we'll rest that. We need a bow. So just make a loop, wrap it around just like you would tie your shoes. And like I'm always saying, you don't end up right off the bat with a pretty one, but hold on to that middle bow and play with it till you get it the way you want it. And there we go. Move that out of the way. Now, if you like your tails to be curly, remember you can put it between your bone folder and your thumb. Again, hang on to that knot, otherwise you undo your bow. And just go like that. And you can do this with a lot of your ribbons. It straightens it out initially, but then it adds a little bit of a curl. So just if you want. So now I'm bringing in a glue dot, and I'm going to make it a long and skinny one. Roll it up a little bit. Add it to the back of that. And make sure it's on the back, not the front. There we go. So it's ready to add to our card. So you can add it with dimensionals. You can add it flat. I'm just going to add it flat today. And I think, since it's going on vellum and everything, I think I want to use my seal for this. It's a little bumpy drive over the linen thread, but it's okay. And I'm lining up the edges just because I like the look of that. There we go. And now all we need is a few embellishments, right? So I'm going to bring in the brushed metallic adhesive back dots, and I love these, and they come in the 3 different metallics, and I'm going to use all 3. Why not mix our metallics, right? So let's see, we'll use a large one up here, and we'll take a gold one. That one's sort of brassy. This is gold, and this one's copper. There we go. So we can put that away, and there you have it. There is our card. So what did I do on the inside? Well, on this one, I did nothing. Sorry about that. On this one, I did some sponging and some spattering. So you can do whatever you want on the inside there, but that's our card. And those are some of the neat techniques that you can use to add add stuff to your card. So we've got texture and stuff in the background. We changed black and white to colored. We added some washi tape and vellum, just some neat things like that. So let me just show you. Let me clear some of this off. And here was our original, and there's where we ended up, all because I didn't have any more of that paper. So what can we do? We have black and white paper. Often you see it, and often we're saying just color it. So this hopefully shows you that how to color it a little bit. So in the mini catalog, we have what's called black and white designs. It's in the Halloween section, but most of these could work for anything. So you can see how you could easily end up with totally different colors with this paper here. Another paper that I've used quite a bit is called Celebrate Everything, and it is in the Hostess section, and it has quite a few black and whites mixed in with everything else. So you could definitely use that. And then in the annual catalog, we have something called Perfectly Penciled. And again, it's black and white, but now is your mind kind of going as to how you could change these to different colors as well? So you could suit it to the person's color, the people, you know, some of you love purple, so you could go with your purples, or you could go with pinks, or you could go with your blues, or you could just do whatever you want. Masculine cards would look great with some of these more geometric types of looks. So you can do all kinds of things like that with your designer paper. Does it have to be black and white? No, this is a card. I was playing, like I told you, I've been playing around with vellum and washi tape. So I embossed this vellum, and then I used the same stamp set that we used today, but this is the Gingham Cottage, I think, designer paper. It's the one that's all ginghamy. And I stamped and embossed the leaves, and then just like today, I inked the corners. So this is sort of adding texture and adding a different look to colored paper as well. So what we did today, you could do to colored paper as well. And so there's the inside. So that's designer paper. That's this, again, black and white on that side. So we could have done that as well. So just a way of using that technique. And while we're looking at these fallish type of cards, I wanted to share this one here as well, because this one fits right in to what we've been looking at as well. So Judy, I saw you say we need to make that card. Are you talking about this one? This fun fold vellum? I still have a card to plan for Stamp Club. Maybe I'll need to go that route. Okay, so I hope that's got your brain going a little bit. And now I just have one more thing I want to share with you. Remember, I've been talking about tomorrow is free shipping. The starter kit, which is an amazing deal, and you can, no matter what your interest, you can take advantage of it. Stampin' Up! Does not make you obligated to anything. Also being released tomorrow is a brand new kit, and it's called a birthday card organizer kit. Now, in this kit, you get a coiled book with pockets for each month, and so you can tuck your cards in there, and you get a kit with enough materials to make 12 cards, so 6 each of 2 different designs. So whether you want this kit for yourself, or you want to give it as a gift to a crafty friend, or you want to make it and give it to, like my mom, she always loved to receive things like this. So she had birthday cards all ready to go. This is being released tomorrow as well. And here is the order number. You can jot it down right now. And it's $34 Canadian. Everybody is thinking this is going to fly off the shelves and that it could easily end up selling out, because remember, kits are only while supplies last. So this is going on sale tomorrow. If it's interesting to you, I'd act sooner rather than later. And speaking of kits, remember in the mini catalog, there is the Nourish and Flourish Kit. So let me just see. This kit comes, I should have this farther up. Let me just raise this up a bit here. This kit comes in a lunch bag. So again, if you're doing your Christmas shopping, this might be the way to go. This is lots of fun. Plus, if you could shop for yourself. So the kit, when you open it up, it's the lunch bag, and then everything you need to make 9 cards is in here. Now, you can use the kit again for a card organizer or a lunch bag, or it holds all kinds of things from cosmetics to stamping supplies, all kinds of things. So it's called the Nourish and Flourish Kit. It's right at the front of the mini catalog, or pretty close to the front, and $4 from the sale of every one of these goes to food banks in Canada. So just a little something there. And I have an extra Halloween paper pumpkin kit. If you've been watching online, you've been seeing all kinds of fun things made with this kit. And I have an extra for this week only. When you place a $60 or every multiple of 60, you get 1 ticket for every $60 in product between now, this moment, and October 9th. And I will make the draw next Monday during my Facebook Live. And that person will get this. It can be anybody in Canada. And Canada Post is offering free shipping to me on Tuesdays for the month of October. So I can ship it to you free if need be, if you don't live locally. So just a little perk for when you place an order with me, you will be entered in a draw for this kit. So let's take a look inside. So this kit comes with this fun stamp set. So there's the ghost, there's some greetings, there's all kinds of things. It comes with a little Orchid Oasis mini spot. It even comes, usually paper pumpkins kits come with blue tissue. This one comes with black, fitting the theme. And don't you just love the sound of tissue paper? It just sounds so exciting. And then everything you need, just got to get it out of the box here. Everything you need to make these treat boxes. Plus you'll have some leftover stuff. I've got it upside down. There we go. So there you go. So they are lots of fun. And yes, you get adhesive, you get the stars, you get everything that you need. So it's a kit in a box. So fun to do with the children or grandchildren. Fun to do and gift them. So I'm going to put that all back so I don't lose anything. There we go. If you could see my desk, you'd know I'm in a big mess right now. So that is for every $60, you earn 1 ticket and it will go in the draw. So thank you so much for joining me. Remember, give me that thumbs up, or if you're on YouTube, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Thank you everyone for getting me beyond now 1,000 subscribers. It's just so exciting. And I hope this card that we made today inspires you to have some fun with some of your designer paper. Take care. Bye-bye.